Now, all the quinoa how-to in the world doesn't start with Chef Todd Moore. Quinoa is one of the primary food sources for the Inca Indians in Mexico more than 5,000 years ago. They called it the mother grain because it grew in the worst soil conditions. And there's been so much more discovered about this whole grain since the times of the Incas, but I wanted to give you a few quinoa facts. Here is our bag of quinoa, and they are these very small, pearl-shaped, almost tapioca-looking tiny little grains, and it is as close to being the perfect food as possible because of the balance of nutrition that it provides. I mean, technically it's not a grain, it's the seed of a plant that's related to spinach, but quinoa is an excellent source of protein, 12 to 18% protein, and according to the National Academy of Sciences, quinoa is one of the best sources of protein in the vegetable kingdom. It contains amino acids like lysine, which help the body produce protein, and it also helps the body process protein in the quinoa and in other foods. It makes your body more effective. The World Health Organization has rated the quality of protein in quinoa to be equivalent or superior to that in milk products and mother's milk products. It's an amazing food that will help your body and your metabolism. It's a great food for people who are on wheat-free or gluten-free diets because quinoa doesn't contain any gluten. It can be substituted for just about any grain. We're going to cook it today in a simple pot. We cook it just like rice. It's got a nutty, smoky flavor, and it's less filling than other grains and pastas. Most of it's grown in South America, but some is now being grown in the Colorado Rockies. And the fact that it grows in such poor conditions makes it possibly the savior of the world's food problem. The quinoa seeds, though, these little tiny seeds in here, they're covered with a bitter shell, and only the best quality of quinoa will remove that shell for you. It can be cooked like rice or pasta. The way I do it is in a 2-to-1 fashion, so that I have a quarter cup of quinoa here, 1/4 cup, so that I have a 1/2 cup of liquid, generally vegetable broth or something that's flavorful. These are cold. I start them together and turn my pot on high, bring it up to a boil as quickly as I can. When the quinoa is done, it looks like a whole bunch of little tiny BBs in there rolling around, and you can see, hopefully you can see, where all these shells have cracked, all these skins have cracked open, but the key, of course, is always the taste. The taste of the quinoa is crunchy and nutty and a little pebbly as you squeeze these individual kernels. It's a stranger sensation if you're not used to it, but it's similar to rice or harder grain rices. But what can you make with quinoa? Well, it can be chilled and used in a salad, just diced vegetables. You can make quinoa sweet as well with some honey, raisins, almonds, walnuts, toasted, anything that you'd like. I serve it as a side dish just like rice.